Hello and welcome to the Hobby CNC with Dave show. So Jack just gets up and leaves about the time we go live here. I guess, what's the matter, buddy? I don't know what his deal is. But anyway, as you can tell, I'm in my home office tonight. I thought it would be a little quieter. For some reason, there's been a bunch of noise going on outside. So I just thought it might be a little too loud if I was out there in the shop. But anyway, let me bring in my crew. I have pretty much a full house tonight. We got the Wolfman back with us. How you doing, Ryan?
Doing good.
Mr. Paul Corliss is back with us. How you doing, Paul?
Real good, thanks.
Sean is in the house with his fancy fedora. And Mr. Rob Schuster snuck in during the intro that minute ago.
I made it behind. It was close.
And the man of the hour tonight is going to be Mr. Landis Stutes. How you doing, Landis?
Hello.
We're going to be talking with Landis, and he's going to be talking about. He sent me a list of in an email of a whole bunch of things that he's done to his, I guess, both of his CNCs. And some of the stuff I'm not even sure what it is. So I thought, well, it'd be good to have him come on and explain some of this stuff and just see what all this stuff does. It looks pretty interesting. But before we get started talking with him, let me give a big shout out to Cody. He's in the chat there, but he sponsors our live giveaway every single week. And his website is www.cadencemfgdesign.com. And we will be doing a live giveaway here in just a little bit for, let's see, where did I put it? One of these right here.
Ooh, 30.
1/4 inch Downtown Jenny. And as you might guess, the hashtag is going to be hashtag downtown. So you can go ahead and start putting that in the chat. I'd sat in here and did not get the giveaway tool already set up, but I will do that right now real quick. I always seem to forget something. Okay. So it'll start. Yeah, it's working, collecting your comments, and so go ahead and put those in anytime you want. Hashtag downtown, and we'll be doing that a little later in the show. And also, I usually forget to run this, but
Your ticker.
don't forget, Gatton CNC starts a little over a month. Starts officially. I mean, you could go ahead and start working on your project now, but starts officially Good Friday, which let's see, this year that's the 26th. So yeah, a little over a month. Everybody's still got plenty of time, and get out there and get in your shop and make a Christmas themed project for that challenge. All right, let's get started talking with Landis here. Landis, where do you want to start? I know you got.
Well, I'll first tell you a little bit about me. I'm retired from DuPont. I worked there for 35 years as an electrician, and then I became an engineer. When I retired, I really missed doing the electrical part. So I saw the Gatton CNC on the tube one day. Got really interested in it. That fit me perfect because I could build it. I had 50 years experience doing woodworking, building cabinets or whatnot. And I said I could do that and I could still do my control work. So I built the unit. I built it, but I didn't put anything at all on it. I did it just as his plans called for, built it, was real happy. I learned how to operate it. And then I kind of went wild, modifying things. My wife said I should put everything on Velcro because I change it out every week, do something different. I have wired this thing probably every way that is possible. I bought the Garage Works about a year later. I bought this I started in 2016, and in 2017 I bought the Garage Works, and so I could have two to modify. And so tonight I'll show you some of my modifications. My goal for the whole unit was to make everything totally automatic. I wanted to be able to push one button, which is run button, and everything work automatically. I accomplished that. My router, my vacuum, and since I changed to a spindle, I changed to that spindle. Now my spindle starts automatically. My pump, which is wired into the variable speed drive, it starts automatically. Like I said, my goal was to absolutely, one button, because my memory is a little short and I forget to start things. I had the trouble at first. I'd forget to start the vacuum. I'd forget to start the pump. And so I said, none of this. So I'll create programs to, do it all automatically, which I've accomplished. As I said, I start my my pump out of the variable speed drive. Contacts in that pickup starts it. I have a relay for my vacuum cleaner. It starts automatically. I modified my post processor to start all this stuff up. M3 starts the router or the spindle automatically, and I put M7 in mine to start my vacuum cleaner. The first thing I really added, I'll get up where hopefully you can see.
I just want to comment too, Landis. I really like that shirt you're wearing.
Well, yeah, I got quite a few of those too.
Dave, you should also be envious of
The
Landis
first
because
thing
he
I
can
added,
the camera.
really can't see it on the Garage Works. I got rid of the limit switches. The limit switches, the ones with the mechanical arm, I was either banging them and breaking them, or they were vibrating a little bit and, shutting down. So I got rid of those. I put proc switches. I have proc switches with the little LED on them. I'm a fanatic. I love idiot lights. I put idiot lights on everything. I'm going to swing around to the Garage Works.
I like that.
My goal here was the fact that I forget to home it when I first powered up. So what I did was I made the program, which I'll cover, later on. And all my lights come on and get a little light check, and then you see it starts blinking at me to tell it to home, and it automatically homes, cuts my light out, and then I can move on.
I bought the toggle switch and buttons just like that 4 or 5 years ago, and they're still in the box. Now you're motivating me. I've got to finish mine up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool looking, isn't it, Rob?
I love the box. It makes everything, to me, it makes everything nice. I did put you see, and I can go a fast speed or slow speed. I can home it in very slow. Hopefully you can see that.
I am so curious on what you use for the controller on that.
I'm sorry?
Now, when you put the unit together, all your wiring, did it go to like one of the controllers for an arcade, or do you have it wired straight into like a Pi? Or
No, I've got it into a little. The inputs are in a little arcade button, like you said, and the outputs are called Modbus.
Okay.
Mach 3 does Modbus, which is a Modicon or a PLC control that's sort of standard in the industry. They invented it in '79 and sort of been a standard. So it controls all of my outputs, and I use what's called brains, another function in Mach 3 that we'll talk about a little later. And I wrote all my programs for that in brains.
In brains.
Like I said, I can change my speeds. I have a laser for centering that I can turn on. I don't know if you can see the laser over there, but I can, I can bring my stuff down. And once I've centered it, I can hit it, and it automatically moves my unit to that position. The next big thing I added was the zero, and I use a nice long stick because I don't like my hands in there. And also, when I do 3D carving, I want to be able to span across my 3D. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I heard somebody on the panel, say they made a mistake of zeroing their unit and then on their rotary, and then forgetting to when they went back. So I wrote a program, or I bought a program to do my zeroing, and it's 3 stages. I pick, this unit. I pick this one. I could also pick number 2, which is this type plate.
Okay. So
or I can do number 3, which is the rotary. So I never forget which one I'm doing and mess up and zero in correctly.
Yeah, I think I was the guilty one on that one.
Yeah, I've made these mistakes. So I listen to the show, and people talk about things they're having trouble with, and I'll wire mine that way to see if I can duplicate it and figure out a solution. And so far, I've been able to figure most of them out.
Landis, my big question is,
I'm sorry?
My big question is, can you play Street Fighter with it?
No. I have the same thing on my Gatton, exact same setup.
Wow.
I hope you can see that, but with the lights.
That's cool.
Okay. So you made the setup identical so you wouldn't forget going from one to the other?
That's right. Only difference is I put lights on the Gatton Like I said, I like idiot lights, so I put them as lights instead of push buttons. I found a cheaper place on Amazon to get them, and I got that route. I did put the same. It's called Modbus again. I put the same module on that Modbus module for my outputs. It runs 8 outputs. If I get my list here, what else I wanted to make sure I cover. I've done the rotary. I've done the same rotary that actually I copied Dave's rotary. Get it here. I've got the same rotary set up.
That is nice.
And I've done quite a few of the chess pieces like Dave did.
Nice.
With it.
That is a 31.
As far as my controller for the game, it's a touch screen. I built the same panel over here to hold everything. Got my e-stops on it, and like I said, everything is automatically controlled. I push one button, the run button, and everything starts. And I'll show you if I can remember how Dave showed me how to do the share screen.
You tell him, Troy.
Did you get it, Dave?
Nope.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't see it popping up yet, Landis. It should pop up in here, and then I can click it to bring it in, but I don't see it yet.
I see the share button coming up. That's all I really see.
Okay. Did you select which screen after that pops
The
up?
entire screen.
Okay.
There's always one more button that I think is logical. So there's probably one more button to click on Landis' side, is my guess.
Yeah,
What's that?
we did a tech check in practice this one time.
Okay.
I thought we had it.
I did too.
Welcome,
Share screen.
Lynn. Yeah, you should have to just hit the present and then select the entire screen and then hit the share button to close that window, and it should pop up here. Thank you, Bob. Appreciate the super chats
I'm
tonight.
not getting anything.
Okay, well, we can try it again here in a little bit then. Oops, but now we've lost him.
See, he moved his camera.
he'll be back. He must have clicked off on the wrong thing or something.
There he is.
Here he comes. There. Come on.
See, you move the camera around.
There we go.
Bad news.
Okay, it's thinking about it.
There we are.
Okay. Okay, so we've got you back now, Landis.
I like the idea of his to check the auto probe or auto
Alright.
zero with the
I'm
long
back
key.
now.
That's nice.
Yeah,
I
you're.
don't know what I did, but I did something.
That's okay. Yeah, you're back. Let me know if you want to try to share screen again, and I'm not sure what you were trying to share, but we'll
All right.
give that a shot.
I'll try it one more time, but I hate to try it again. My computer's just not responding to that button at all. Oh well, I'll show you anyway. Yeah, those screens.
It's a perfect place to play Mortal Kombat.
It does look like a game console, doesn't it?
Yeah.
See, I'm looking at control, thinking NASA. That's cool. Well, theoretically, he's using the controller, the same one that you'd use for the arcade.
Yeah. Well, they actually sell these.
Can you see that? Or is it?
Well, if you're trying to
Yeah.
show the Mach 3 stuff, we get a glare a little bit, but
Yeah, just too much light, I guess. I sent you. I'll just forget that. What I did was I wrote routines, and I was trying to show you the. My big thing is I want to show you how to do brains, and that's a big plus. Share screen.
Now, when you say brains, is that the actual name of it?
That's the exact name. It's up. It's I can wait every time I click on.
I can Landis, I
present.
don't know if this will help or not, but I have Mach 3 on this computer, so I can open up Mach 3 and do a screen share here,
Yeah, if you will, I can walk you through it.
and then you can
All
tell
right.
me what you want me
Yeah,
to.
that would be simple. You know how
show.
to do it better than me. That's for sure. You'll call up Mach 3. I'll walk you right through it.
Okay, I'm going to try to get it to open up full screen. It doesn't ever want to do that for some reason in here. So let me. Let me try. I'll just try it one time. If it doesn't work, we'll still look at it like it is, because we can still see it, I think. But I'd like to try to get it bigger. Nope, still didn't do it. Okay, well, let me share it anyway, and you can tell me what you want me to show, Landis. All right, where is that that brains stuff you were talking about?
It's actually an operator.
What was that? I didn't
While
catch
you're
that.
waiting, I'll tell you. I programmed the last thing I put on my unit was a smoke detector. Oh, I'm sorry. It's under, once you get Mach 3 up.
Yeah, it's I have it open now. Oh, I see. It's under the operator. Brain control and brain editor.
It's actually part of Mach 3 then.
Yeah, it's built right into Mach 3. Okay, this might have been what he was trying to show a while ago. Landis, are you still there? Have we lost him?
He froze up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, fell off again.
Okay. Yeah, he's having some
Technical difficulty.
technical difficulties. All right. Well, there's a brain. You come up here to the operator and come down. It says brain control and brain editor. I clicked on the. Okay. Well, this isn't going to have anything because I don't have anything in here. I've never used any of this stuff before. That's why I was intrigued when he sent me this list and said he had done this with brains, and I'm like, I don't even know what that is. I've been using Mach 3 forever. I've just never fooled with this kind of stuff. Let's see. I think he's trying to come back in here.
There we go.
Okay, there you are. Okay, I found the brains under the operator thing with the editor and the control.
That's correct. Under operator, and you go to you can go to edit.
Okay, go to the editor. Brain editor.
Yeah.
And then it's
Just say
asking me
okay.
to and I don't have anything in there, so that would be commands.
Right. Just go to edit again. All right, and just we'll start a new one. And you have three options there. You can get rid of that. You see the little cross up here. You got a black cross beside the file. You got a black cross.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me get this back open here. Okay, so I've got the plus and the minus and something else here.
Maybe the plus.
Hit
sign.
the plus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, hit plus.
Yeah.
And that'll give you your options. You got inputs, outputs, DROs.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a pull down menu that you can actually pull them down and select anything that's in Mach 3. You can pretty much select.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I've never even looked at this stuff before.
So like I said, you have your option: inputs, outputs, DROs, all the DROs that are in Mach 3, your LEDs that are in Mach 3. So you can, you can actually select something. I'll just say like a limit switch, and once you click it, it'll come up.
All right, I'm just going to click the first one, the X limit switch plus.
All right, just say okay.
Okay, and then it's added that over here.
Now, to make that bigger, you see the scroll button up there, or the name scroll?
Yeah.
Hit it and get rid of that X there. Just click that and it'll make it bigger. If you click that, that should have made it bigger for you so we can read it.
Okay.
And then highlight that X limit again.
Okay.
And then hit the plus sign again.
All right.
Hit your plus sign.
Yeah, I did.
And now, see, it's asking you, what do you want to do with it? If you just want to pass it on, or would you like to put a timer? You have all kinds of options here. Timer options, So I'd usually just pass it on. I put the no operation, and okay.
Okay.
And what that does, it passes that on to the next level, I guess, is what we're trying to. You click on that now,
Mm-hmm.
and now we can decide, well, do I want to do something with this, or do I just want to make it an output? So you can hit that upside down. You see the plus, the minus, and then the next symbol.
Yeah.
That's your terminator. So if you hit
Okay.
that, see, that's where I decided whether I wanted to be Modbus outputs. I put it to an output number 6, for example, and turn something on. But so you can actually select that to an output.
Okay.
So you can send a signal from your breakout board to whatever, be it lights or a relay.
Well, it's not really in your breakout board. It's all inside the unit. Yeah, you can go to breakout board if you want to make it a real world output.
Okay.
Like I made it to Modbus and made it turn my lights on.
Okay.
Hmm.
You can again pull you can pull down your menu up right in the middle there, and you can get all kinds of outputs if you select outputs.
Okay. And then just
Anything
click
that's in Mach 3, you can use.
Okay. Now I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, is this stuff that you're showing me right now? I'm assuming that's probably in the Mach 3 manual somewhere, but it'd be some pretty dry reading, I would think.
Actually, it's not. I've got the whole manual, and they didn't cover it at all. But there are plenty of videos out on the web that tell you how to program brains. It's just a function that I guess they hid it and no one knows about it. I discovered it and I fell in love with it.
Well, as I've, hunted around in Mach 3, I've seen it in that little drop down menu before, but I'm always thinking, it's probably something I won't ever use. And I've never even looked at it. And then when you sent me your list and said you'd done something with that brain,
Like I said,
I'm like, I know I've seen that before, but I don't know what it does.
Like I said, I used this as I brought in, my input was input number 3, and that's what I wired my smoke detector into. And then I passed that over to an output, and that output actually is my e-stop. I shut down my router if my smoke detector and my spindle were running. I'm an end block, but you can do math formulas. You can do. I'm getting ready to buy. The RPM meters that you used on your lathe that you put in when you modified your Harbor Freight wood lathe.
Yes.
I bought 3 of those, and I'm going to monitor the speed of the actual screw, and I'm going to run that in and do calculations to see and do a compare block, compare what I tell it to run and what I am running to see if I miss steps or anything.
Okay.
But that's all possible in this brain function.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna say this stuff here is probably over my head until I dive into it and watch a couple of videos that you mentioned are on the internet.
Yeah, it's only there's only 3 keystrokes to it. And once you save this file, then you go into that same thing again. You go brains control, and you actually enable it, and then you can view it while it works and while it runs, or you can, once you turn it on, it stays on anytime you fire up Mach 3. Then.
Okay.
Like I said, it runs all my lights, and there's, like I said, smoke detector. I did my smoke detector. I shut down my spindle. If it goes off, I shut my spindle down. I raise my spindle up and then move it to 0, and then I shut the whole system down. And like I said, I know it works because I goofed up and was carving something and did the my laser, set the smoke detector off, and it shut me down. But moving it to 0, I was just able to fire right back up and go.
Okay. All righty.
I wish I could have colored it better. I wish I could have gone, but you brought it up. That's pretty much it's really simple to play with, but
Okay.
So Landis, if I understand it right, you could make you could make a particular keystroke do something, right? Is that what that is? Is that how I'm understanding what's happening there?
yes, you can make. You saw that list. Then anything that's in Mach 3, you can actually use and do something with.
That's cool.
All right.
I've changed speeds. I've sent all kinds of signals just playing with it to see how powerful it is.
Okay. Yeah, that's some pretty interesting stuff. I may have to dig around in there and watch a few videos. I need a new rabbit hole to go down anyway. So
we need like an animation of a rabbit going into
it's kind
the
of
rabbit
nice
hole.
if you don't have it.
yeah, that's pretty cool. All right, let me catch a couple of questions here. I see Ryan's got a couple of them tagged, so let's knock these out real quick. Ray says, Mr. Stutz, do you have a Facebook or YouTube page?
I do not. I have, of course, YouTube, but I don't really do anything. But I'll be, if someone has a question, Dave can put my email up, and you can email me, and I'll be glad to help you walk through it or send you any of these files.
Okay. All righty. Silver Horse 32 says, can these machines engrave metal? Have you ever done any engraving in metal with your GarageWorks or your Gatton CNC?
Well, I cut. You remember I sent you way back a military Jeep that I'm restoring, and the whole back end of it was tailgate. Gatton laid it between two sheets and cut that whole. The answer is yeah for me. I've cut some.
Okay, your audio is breaking up really bad right now, Landis. But yeah, Landis has a GarageWorks and a Gatton CNC that are designed and sold by me, so I can say with great confidence that if you go look at my YouTube channel, you'll find videos for both of those machines showing it cutting aluminum. So they weren't technically designed for that. And I always say, folks, if it's not going to do steel or anything like that. And even aluminum and brass and soft metals, if you're going to do a lot of it, get yourself a mill. These things are really designed to do wood and plastics and things like that. But just because they can do something doesn't mean you should always do it. So, David says, great job, Landis. I have played with this, but haven't used it.
It makes a big mess. It does make a terrible mess.
Yeah, it does.
I'm sorry. I had these that I started out with Zyot. I built my own for my GarageWorks, but I did buy theirs. They started selling this recently, and I bought one to work, and it does great job. I plugged it into my Gatton. It's a direct fit. I know there's a couple people out there that have these units. He improved it. He put Actually, it's got 4 fans in it now instead of 2. It's got 2 here and 2 on the power supply. I'll see if you can see it, but you hardwire the controller for the motors into it now, but it also has the cable for the UC100. So if you still don't want to wire one, you want to do a plug and play, it's still a great item. It's $115 is what I paid for it, and it's a great unit.
And like we talked during the tech check, Landis, I don't know how you can sell them for that. I just, with all that stuff that's in there and a plug and play thing, that's dirt cheap to me.
It's a nice unit. I think it's a great unit. I put fans on my other one. I've still got the originals Zytec that I bought in 2016, and it runs every day, 24 hours. I do run my CNC overnight while I sleep. I know some people scratch the no weight on that, but I've set my soft limits. I'm comfortable. It's not going to plunge into my, spoil board, because I do have my Z, my XY soft limit set. My limit switches are there. I run it slow. I don't get carried away with speed, but I leave it. I have cameras on it, but I walk away and go to my other shop and work, and don't pay a lot of attention to it. It runs. Days it'll bite me and it'll probably do something, but as of yet, knock on wood, I haven't had any problems. It does run overnight. I do a lot of 3D work. It's cars, 20 and 28 hours, some of them. So, I hear a lot of grief, but no way would I do that, but I do it.
Yeah. Well, I guess, you've got the smoke detector. I hope you don't ever have to try that thing out for real. But I run mine all the time unattended, but I'm always within earshot of it. Or if I'm back here in the office where I can't hear it as well, back all the way back here, I set my camera on it, and so that I can see it, and I'm constantly turning my head looking over there to watch it. But I really like sitting in the other room, where even though I'm in a different room and it's a little quieter, I can watch TV, but I can still hear it through the door. To me, hearing it's more important than being able to see it. But
on my spindle, I actually monitor the current feedback. It feeds back in Mach 3. I see my current, and I've again in brains. I compare my, and if I see a big current, then I stop it. So if I broke a bit, if it gets hung up, stalls or something, it stops the unit. So I'll be out here to find out what's going on. But so I'm pretty comfortable with controlling the thing.
Okay, we had this.
Like I said, I do a lot of 3D work. Here's one I just finished.
Beautiful piece.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
What kind of wood is that, Landis?
I'm sorry?
What kind of wood is that carving?
I didn't hear your question.
What kind of wood is that carving?
Red oak.
Okay, I highlighted a comment
Did
here
you hear
too.
me? Red oak is what I use. I love oak, so I use a lot of oak.
Okay, David says, great job, Landis, with the controller. Says he's played with it but haven't used it yet, and you have inspired him to mess around with that. So,
well, that's the key in my mind. Play with the thing, really get comfortable with it.
What I like is you build multiple
there's too much
safeties.
you can't do with that thing.
uh-oh. Thank you.
I know, Dave.
Oh,
I
there
sent
he
you some pictures of some of my projects.
Yeah, I have them. I have them here. Do you want me to go through them? Let me.
I noticed Trade Skiller Anonymous and Cody. I shot a little something your way.
Yep.
Yeah, I always appreciate super chats. Jr. hardly ever misses a week. I think he's way too generous. Let me show this one. This one looks a little bit blurry, but I think there's another one just like it. That's kind of what you were holding up, I think, or similar to it.
Yeah, that's the same thing. That's with my laser.
Okay.
Okay.
Now, what laser do you have?
Well, I've got four of them. I've got the JTech on that'll actually that's what I bought the original Garage Works for. Well, that's up on my wall. I watched the Spindle TV one night, and he did a program how to do the carving.
Okay. Let's see if I got anything else here. Okay, yeah, here's that. I think this is the one you were showing a while ago. I really like that. That's cool.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, here's a good close up of the control box he was showing earlier. If anybody wants to get some ideas from that. Color coded buttons, I guess, and just that's just
I bought
cool.
everything off of Amazon. Great Amazon for everything.
Yeah. And then I think this is the close up of the. Now this is the one for the Gatton CNC, and the other one was for the Garage Works.
Yeah,
if I remember right.
That's right. I said the only difference is I do have lights on that one, and they're lighted push buttons, but they're the same thing. I can still turn my spindle on and off. But like I said, mine's automatic.
So pretty much on the buttons and the joystick, you can just order a basic arcade setup or just a button setup or kit.
For the inputs, you can, yes, and then of course, like I said, I bought there's the LED. I mean my prox switches with the little button on it.
Mm-hmm.
I like idiot lights. I'm an idiot light fan.
Yeah, I do. I do too.
Oh,
Now,
nice.
This is a setup. This looks way too neat for me, Landis.
Yeah, you said you were an electrician. Why is it so neat?
It's not too neat because I change it. Like I said, I change it weekly. I'm rewiring, doing something different, trying a little something. The relays are one matter of fact. The first relay I don't even use anymore. The second relay starts my vacuum cleaner.
Okay.
I did switch to the UC 400 so that I can get more inputs and outputs because you double that. It's 2-channel, so you get double what what you do with a UC 100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just super
That's
neat.
to me was the only big advantage. I got more IO.
Now on the relays, are those variable?
You see that's the UC. I'm sorry.
The relays you used, are those variable relays?
No,
Or
they're
you can
just
adjust the voltage.
just
straight
plain
relay.
Straight 3 volt, 3 to 5 volt inputs, and for the coil, and 110 contacts.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just way neater than anything I've done.
Hayang, was that?
Okay, this is his VFD. And what is this? What is this thing down here at the bottom? Is that like a
disconnect.
main power
That's
switch
just
or something?
main power for the variable speed drive. I just it's a breaker, but it's one it'll continuously go on and off.
Okay.
And of course, above it, everything's grounded. You know, the little ground strip above it.
All right.
I talk RS-485 to the unit. I don't. It's that's why the little blue cable you see going into it. I talk RS-485 to it. So VCarb sends the signal for speed, and I can control my speed, and then I can bump it up or down.
Okay.
And like I said, it starts and stops automatically. And the big thing is, if I forget to turn it on, because it monitors current, it'll shut it. It'll e-stop right away. When it first comes on, before the spindle ever moves, it needs to see current. If it doesn't, it shuts it down right then. So I don't worry about breaking a bit, or and I have fouled up and done that. Forget to turn it on.
Yep. Well, this whole thing is so cool because it's like there's no way you can forget anything. It looks like you got it all covered.
Certified.
Somebody needs to tell Alexa to shut up.
Somebody said something that said
you got a mouthy one like I do. She likes to talk for no reason sometimes.
She talks more than my ex-wife.
All right, let's catch a couple of questions here. Brooks Martin says, did Landis say that that his CNC calls him if he needs to do something?
It does in a way, because I listen to the sound of that thing, like Dave said. I listen to the sound of the other building, and if it changes, I come down and see what's going on. And I have cameras all through this building.
Yeah.
This little shed is just my CNC and my lasers. Nothing else is in it, and my printers, of course.
Okay. Well, let's
got
take
two
this.
of every. I'm very bad about it.
Yeah, let's take this next question, and if you can, Landis, I want you to try to do the little 360 around there in your shop here. The Van Islander says, what is the controller make? I believe that was the Xylotex controller. It's XYLOT.
Xylotex that I held up, yes.
Yeah. So www.xylotex.com, I believe, is the website. All right, Landis, if you can, let me give you the solo layout here, and if you can just kind of swing your camera around like you did during the tech check, showing me your shop, I'd like for everybody to see. There's this Garage Works with
there's my Garage Works.
Pretty orange.
I have
That is nice.
one 3D printer in the corner. That's
Ender 3.
Yeah.
Got Dave's video camera there for it.
Looks identical. Or two 3D printers.
Yeah, and then he's got an O-Tour laser just to the right there.
I bought the lasers that ones were discontinued for $99 a piece. One works great. One came with a bad motherboard, but it's up in Richmond now, so they're sending me a new one, and I should have it next week. And I'll power it up.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. I see the security camera there by that Ender 3. That looks like the one I have.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta say you should see that, and the pedestal is the one you sent me the plans to that I printed out.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. So it's pretty much identical then.
There's my Gatton.
Okay.
And my shop with all my junk on it.
Yeah. A room full of toys.
Yeah, my wife, every time I buy something, every time she sees you, she said, "What has Dave got new that you're going to get next week?"
Yeah, during
they're here.
Yeah, during our tech check, Landis was telling me that I get
He keeps
blamed.
a lot of people in hot water.
Yeah, he does.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I can't help it. I like toys. I don't make anybody buy one. Kenneth wants to know what the size of your shop is there, Landis.
Well, this is just a shed. It's 16 by 12 by 16, but it's purely dedicated. I have a big wood shop, and the stuff I couldn't, everything was getting dirty in there and dusty, so I built this to move it all out here.
Mm-hmm.
I have a heat pump. It's air conditioned. It's insulated well, so I live out here. My wife wants me to move the bed out here so I can just stay out here.
Yeah. All righty.
Cody's going to make a new sticker for you there, Dave.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I've been getting the blame now for many years, but I can't help it. I like to try new things. I was telling Landis, it's not that the CNC stuff, the CNC router stuff has gotten boring to me, but in a way it kind of has, because I've been doing it way before, way before a lot of people even thought about having one. So it's kind of old hat to me, and I like, obviously, I like 3D printing. I like at least the diode lasers. I have one of those out in the shop that maybe I'll do a show on something like that one day. But yeah, I just like all kinds of different stuff, especially if it's kind of CNC related. I like playing around with that kind of stuff.
Hey, Refunction Crafts. You got to admit, though, your husband does like quality things. He is your husband.
Yeah.
Right? There you go.
Okay, we've got a. Okay,
Rob's got a question or Clyde's got a question for Rob.
Okay, I got two different machines. The original one has the old Xylotex one, the original Xylotex breakout board. It's got the parallel port in, then the outputs, and a parallel port out. So I think he haven't had a new one after that one, which is still old. And then on the rotary, I've got a SaneSmart, and it's LV2. That's what I see I'm pulled it up on Amazon. But just a cheap SaneSmart 5-axis breakout board. They both work great.
Yeah, you don't have to spend a lot of money on a breakout board to get one that's decent. They're pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's see. Landis, you got anything else you want to show us before we do the drawing?
No, just one quick thing. Of course, you're real for this, and that was the pin with the slide on it. I did a whole lot of work with that. I know I saw you did the slide, drawer slide, and I got me tried it, and I did projects, you know.
Yeah, just from the looks of your shop, I
And my
think you're
latest
keeping
one is
my
3D printed.
just from the looks of your shop, Landis. I think you're keeping my Amazon affiliate links busy.
Yeah, I hit it. I hit it right often. This is I was going to cut some leather, so I 3D printed a drag knife.
Here, let me
blade on
make it a little
and
bigger.
cut some leather with it. And it works great.
I have a friend that wants me to cut leather, and I was kind of curious about something like that.
Okay.
I 3D printed this one. It works great.
Now, are the plans for that online, or did you design it?
I found that Thingiverse.
Thingiverse. Okay.
I've forgotten the name of that. Yeah, that's it.
That's cool.
And like I said, I've done all the chest pieces. Built my daughter a whole big chest set, with the rotary.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
So I tried everything that there is to try on it. And if people have problems, I said I'll be glad they can email me, and I'll be glad, give you the for anything you want of any of this stuff.
Okay. Alrighty.
Your red knobs kind of look familiar.
Yeah, appreciate that. 3D HP. Appreciate that a bunch. All right. Well, I guess if we'll start wrapping this up, I guess I've got, let me get let's see, did I stop my screen share? I guess I did. Let me get over here and get to the hashtag downtown. If you're just now joining, get that in quick and we will do the drawing. And I mentioned earlier, well, wrong one. Where is it? I tell you, I got so daggum many videos now. It's hard to. It was easy when we first started because Cody didn't have that many. Now he's got a whole bunch of them. So I have to pick the right one. But it's the 1/4-inch downtown genie we're doing tonight. Hence the hashtag downtown thing, and get that in, and we will do our drawing. And get ready to wrap this up. It looks like we're stuck at 81. So good luck, everybody. And here we go.
Smash it.
Good luck.
Big money, big money. No whammies, no whammies.
George Rothfuss.
Nice.
Big George. Congratulations. You are the proud owner now of a 1/4-inch downtown genie, courtesy of Cadence Manufacturing and Design. So
Nice.
let me see, stop that, and then I'll put this up here just in case you need it, George. I know you're here all the time, so you probably know this, but go contact Cody at www.cadencemfgdesign.com and tell him you won, and he will get that downtown genie headed your way.
Nice.
So, and I have one of those, and I can vouch they are pretty dadgum awesome. I have to say that's one of the 3 that I have so far of the different genie bits. But anybody got anything else they want to talk about before we get out of here? Well, don't all talk at once. Rob, I know you just had a couple of videos. Well, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
It was technically 2 videos. One was your dog watching a baseball game or something, and then the other one was another drum video.
Just G-code on how I do some stuff on G-code.
Do my eyes still look glazed?
It's pretty dry stuff. It really is. I can't believe people watch it, but they do. So
it's pretty good. There's some good information there.
Yeah.
I get asked all the time how you keep the drum rotating and rotating without stopping and going back and forth. And it's literally one command. It's pretty easy. But
Yeah, and I liked, you even showed the math on how to figure out for the distance, and you know, a lot of people probably, unless they're really familiar with the rotary stuff, they probably don't really, like you mentioned in that video, it's like you might think you just put 360 and that's it. That'd be the biggest number you put, but no, you go on. You ended up putting like what, 90,000 or something like
I
that.
get 999,000, I think.
Yeah.
But when I first put my machine together, I put 360 degrees. I was guilty of it too, because I didn't know. Yeah, I thought of it later. Oh, I got to bump this up. And of course, in Linux, it's not easy. You got to go into open a file and do it manually. It's not like your Mach 3 where you can just change it in the screen. It's you get digging the guts changed like that. So.
All right. What about you, Ryan? You got any updates for us? Shop updates or
no shop updates
updates
this week, but scoreboard update is we have 61 more pieces left to print. So we're getting close to finishing the printing part. I still got to figure out all the electronical part.
Okay. All righty. Paul, I know you've been working on a
bookcase.
Bookcase of some kind.
Still
How's
working
that going?
on it.
Okay.
But I can see the end.
All right. Will we be able to see pictures
Someday.
soon?
Yeah, someday.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And let's see. Did I forget you, Sean? What do you got going on this week?
This week has been really focusing on magnets, fridge magnets, little dinky guys.
Oh,
Kind
yeah.
of fun. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
My laser's actually covered with them. It's a good place to put them when you're done.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I guess, Landis, I appreciate you coming on and showing us some new stuff, giving everybody some new rabbit holes to go down. I'm definitely going to be checking out that brain stuff. I don't know. I'm not sure what I could mess up using that, but I'm sure I can probably do something.
Do
That
something
is intriguing.
That sounds like,
Hey, put a smoke detector in your shop.
okay. Yeah, I could probably use one of those.
I love the idea of how you've hooked your smoke detector up to the machine to shut it down. That's slick.
That is very slick.
Yeah, it's one thing just to have one go off and make noise, but to actually stop your machine for you, that's next level stuff right there.
Oh yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, I guess we've been at it here a little over an hour, saying we've got our drawing done. So I guess we'll go ahead and get ready to get out of here. And I hope y'all will come back next week. I'm going to have something I think is going to be pretty cool. Something that just came in today. And I think I'm going to do a live unboxing, assembly, and playing around.
Is it big? Size of a bread box?
It's bigger than a bread box, I think. Yeah, I don't know.
Does it use
depends on how
110
big
or
your
two-
bread box is.
Does
But
it use
yeah,
110 or 220?
but I think that's what I might try to do next week, unless something else changes. So anyway, y'all come back and hang with us, and we'll get ready to get out of here. If I can get the right button here, get ready. All right, everybody wave, smile, and say good night. Have a great weekend, and we will see y'all next week. Good night, everybody.
Right.